The rundown is back. Hey everybody, Eric here with your NBA and Stanley Cup playoff update. I told you I would do one, so we're going to do it. We're doing things a little different today. We're on location. We're hanging out at a coffee shop that does not sponsor this show. So we're not going to mention them on the air because they don't give me any money. So we're just not going to do that. All right, so we'll start in the National Hockey League. We'll rewind to Saturday. There were two games in the league. Both of them pretty good up to a point. We start with Winnipeg and St. Louis over in the Western Conference first round. Jets got to go late. A minute and a half left in the third period. Kyle Connor was able to bury one. Jets take a 1-0 series lead over the St. Louis Blues. They won it 5-3. That was the final in that one. Second game of the night, Avalanche at Stars. Probably the premier matchup in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. It was tight for a while. Colorado scored the first two of the game. Ended up blowing things out of the water in that third period late. They won it 5-1 on the road, and they are the only road team to win in that opening weekend. So Avalanche take a 1-0 series lead. They'll shift to game 2 tonight. That game will be in Dallas. Sunday saw 3 more game 1s be played. Carolina, New Jersey got underway to start the morning on Easter Sunday, and that one was all Hurricanes. 4-1 the final score there. Logan Stankoven, a couple of goals for the Hurricanes, who ironically enough made his NHL debut with the Stars against the Hurricanes. Now he's helping them out. So 1-0 lead there for Carolina. The second game of the day saw the Battle of Ontario get underway. Toronto taking on Ottawa, and that was all Maple Leafs. 6-2 was the final score in that one. Leafs win it. They lead the series 1-0. Final game of the night saw Vegas and Minnesota get things going out in the desert. Home team wins again. Now, how about this? Vegas scores an empty net goal with 0.1 seconds left. Still some debate whether or not it went over the goal line in time or not, but they counted it, and that made the score 4-2. And the over-under was 5.5. Bad beat if you got the under. Bad beat if you took Minnesota to cover, because it was a goal and a half on the spread for Vegas. They win by 2. You have the Wild. You lose. I can't help you. Don't bet. That's why I don't bet. And I said it on my Instagram story yesterday. That's why I don't bet. All right, we shifted gears over to the park here, and I'm a little tired. It took me like 84 shots just to get those 4 shots edited into this video. So, yeah, it's been a while. I think I hurt my elbow. It popped a little bit. It's fine. I'll be fine. Oh, yeah, updates. So in the Nobody Gives a Damn Bowl, Pacers playing the Bucks. Indiana with a win, 117-98 on their home court in game 1. And the question in this game was, if nobody watches it, did it happen? Second game of the day was much better. It was the closest game out of the 8 NBA game 1s this past weekend, and that was the Clippers on the road in Denver. Went to overtime. Nuggets win 112-110. It was the only one possession game, technically. Clippers hit a 3 at the buzzer to make it a 2-point game, but they lost. It's what they do. It'd be nice if they came back, but who are we kidding? Third game of the day on Saturday, we saw the Pistons at the Knicks, and boy, what a fourth quarter it was for New York. They used a 21-0 run to beat the Pistons, and that game was just out of its mind. 123-112 the final there. So the Knicks lead the series 1-0. Final game on Saturday. I know most of you are Laker fans, right? We live in SoCal. You're the ones looking at this mostly because you know me. That didn't go well either for them. 117-95 was the final score in that one. So the Wolves with a huge win on the road at Crypto.com Arena. Lakers will get a home game again in game 2. So we'll see if they can get back on the right track. Sunday had 4 interesting games. And by interesting, I mean not close. None of them were, honestly. None of them were within a couple of possessions even. Especially in the morning when Oklahoma City beat Memphis in their place in Oklahoma City. 131-80. Fifth largest blowout in NBA postseason history for the Thunder. 51 points, the margin of victory. Thanks for playing, Memphis. Glad you won those 2 play-in games. All right, I sneezed and we had to pause there for a second, but I'm back. All right, second game of the day. Defending champs in action at home against the Orlando Magic. Celtics win 103-86. Derek White, 30-point night for him. He had 7 threes, and if guys like him are going to step up for the Celtics, they just might go and do this whole thing again. I mean, that's ridiculous. Derek White had 30? Jeez, not bad. Third game of the day, Cleveland, the number 1 overall seed in the East. They were the best team all year long in that conference when you look at their record. And they took care of the Heat pretty easily. 121-100, the final there. Even though Miami's on a hot streak, no pun intended. All right, maybe a little bit. But, no Jimmy Butler. They still find a way to win these play-ins. Again, I think they said they've played the most play-in games, tied with the Hawks for 6. And they beat the Hawks to get to this point, and then got slapped around by the Cavs in that game 1. So Cleveland up 1-0 in the series. They'll have another home game in game 2. Last game of the night on Easter Sunday. We thought it'd be a good one, and it was eventually. In the fourth, it got close. I think Houston got down to within 4, but ultimately too much Steph, too much Warriors, and they win at 95-85. Only game of the weekend that did not have either team hit 100 points. But the Warriors got the job done on the road. They're the 7th seed. Going at the 2 seed Houston. That was my upset pick. Not that it's a bold prediction. I mean, these are the Warriors after all. It's what they do in the postseason. So they lead 1-0 on the road. They'll play game 2 at Houston. All right, that's it for this edition of the Rundown. There are 14 game 1s in the books between the 2 leagues. 2 more tonight. Canadiens going on the road, taking on the Capitals, and then you got Oilers at Kings. Shout out to the staff at Crypto.com Arena who have to shift between the hardwood and the ice again here in the first round of the playoffs. So we'll recap those in a couple days and get some game 2s in for you next time as well. Make sure you're following me here on Instagram and over on the TikTok and on YouTube and on all the things. I got you covered. We'll do more of these, and who knows from where. Maybe I'll go to a gas station and class things up a little bit. You never know. If you have any suggestions on where I should do it from, let me know. Maybe I'll pop up there. Maybe I'll do it in your driveway. No, that's weird. I'm not going to do that. We'll find some place. Anyway, we'll see you next time.